everybody, this is Diane. I'm going to do a flip through of this completed glue book because you guys expressed interest in it and I told you I would do it. If you missed yesterday, I did a video that didn't stay up very long because I was selling the glue book that I made for myself that I was going to begin in January after I finished this book. And I just decided to take a break from this sort of a glue book. But I did show in that video the other books that I have that I will be working in, and you'll get to see some of the work in these. So if you want to see that, because I deleted that video once the glue book and all those magazine images that I had in my baskets, most of them are gone because I sold them. And I'll have to start over if I decide to do a glue book again. So once those were all sold, I just deleted the video. But if you want to see the books that I will be using, you can stay tuned and I'll show them again after I show the glue book. I'm not going to talk too much during this. I'm just going to flip through it. And if you have any questions, you can ask them in the comment section below. This is made with a really old book called Second Book of Wonders. I love the owl here and the globe there. And it's just got a little collage on the back. It's quite heavy because it's very full. I made the glue book with various sorts of papers. This is an atlas. That's the index for an atlas. There's wallpaper, scrapbook paper, all kinds of paper, and then I just collaged on top of it. Sometimes you can see the paper underneath. That's wallpaper. You can see the atlas. And sometimes it's completely covered up like that one. I did have a lot of fun collaging in this book. It took me several years to finish it. I started it in November of 2019. I had left it on the shelf for a good long while. After I started it, and I don't know, I just forgot about it. I was busy with other things, so I didn't take it off the shelf and use it for a long time. So who knows how long it would have taken me if I had kept at it like I have over the last year or so. There are 3 signatures. That was the first one. Got wallpaper at the beginning here. I just glued in a lot of images that I liked. Some from magazines, some from vintage magazines, some from artsy magazines, like some Somerset and uppercase magazines. And there are some pockets with cards, which I collaged on. So I hope the person who purchased the glue book that I was going to use really enjoys using it. I sent her a nice packet of the magazine images that I had saved. And then I put the rest of them in a different packet that someone else purchased. I did save the larger magazine images of ladies, and most of the flowers I saved because I'll use them in the other books that I'll show you. It's fun to look at. This is my second completed large one like this. And this is the last signature. Feels like there's more than one page there, but just has a lot of layers, I guess. And there we have it. This is my completed glue book. I had so much fun working in it, and now I can retire it and just admire it. I can look at my other one too that had a bigger spine and a lot more pages. My first one. Took me a really long time to do that one because it was so big. So let me show you what I will still be able to work on. I have my scripture book that I haven't used in quite a while, and that just has some pretty little collages, and I leave a space for writing so that I can write a scripture verse and then write something about that scripture verse. And I have done a lot of this book. I use a lot of children's book illustrations. You know I love them. But other things also. just pretty pictures. And I have gotten almost through the second signature. I love this one. I love the colors in it. So I stopped writing here, but I have a few more collaged pages to write on. And then I have a few more pages in the first, I did that page, in the second signature, and then I have the whole third signature to do. So that'll take up some time. I can do that. And I have my little book, and these are backgrounds and ladies and a few quotes that I have saved to go in this little blue book. And I have one of these complete. So this is the second one that I've been doing. And each one features a background, a lady, and a quote. And then I just do some water-soluble pencil, Stabilo pencil, and a little white paint pen type of pen. And this book, in case you're curious, measures just over, well, it's about 3.5 by 5.5. So it's a cute little book. I do 2 pages in the front and then 2 pages in the back, so that it helps it not to get off center. So I did that with, I didn't bring my finished one in here, but I did that with the other one, and it's got a nice rounded spine. If you do all the front, then it's going to skew the spine. And if you don't mind, that's okay, but I just try to keep it a little bit neater. So I'll work in that one. Haven't done that one in a while either. And I have this one that I'll treat as an art journal, but most of the things I do in it are gluing images, magazine images. So I did save the larger lady pieces that I can use in here. And I don't know. I guess I have quotes. I put quotes on the page because it's an art journal. And each page is supposed to say something to me. So I've done a few pages in it. And I've got a lot more pages to do. And I did the back cover. And this is another, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do in it, but it'll probably be some sort of a collage or art journal or both, whatever I feel like doing that day. But this was one I put together with a series of videos from the Rebookery channel, which is now, it's got a new name. It's Gina Johnson, and she changed the name of her channel, and I forgot what it is. But anyway, this was on her channel a while ago, a series of videos on how to find your style. So I followed along and did it, and I love this with the quilted spine, just a scrap of a quilted piece. And I did the front, or the inside front and the inside back, and that's all. But the pages were fun to do. There's some stamping and some spritzing of ink. It was just fun to play, just preparing these pages to put in here. This one has some fabric and doily, very bright colors. There's a couple pockets. So when I play in here, there's a pocket there. This is a dust jacket for a book. When I play in here, I don't know what I'll do. I guess I will just do whatever I feel inspired to do. So I think that'll be fun. And I have these pages that I had prepared doing, you know, leading up to putting the journal together, and I had more pages than I needed. So maybe I'll make another journal like this, or maybe I'll use these pages on the pages. I don't know yet. I had saved these out of vintage magazines because I thought they would be fun to put in to talk about, you know, journal about having to wear the masks during COVID, and this pretty lady with her roll of toilet paper, which, you know, could correspond with this, with the toilet paper shortage on the shelves during that time. And then lastly, I have this book. It goes that way. This was a Spanish textbook, and I made this a long time ago. And I used it, I just started doing collages in it, and then I started using it for Marguerite Miller challenges. So I guess that probably started here, or maybe here. And I did that for a little bit, and then I got a different book for doing those. Yeah, this was a collage challenge with some paints. And then more of the Marguerite Miller stuff. And then I started just doing collages with these vintage ladies out of catalogs and magazines. And I have a lot of ladies from vintage magazines. Oh, excuse me. Vintage magazines and catalogs. So that's from the 30s. These are from the 60s. She's from the 70s. 60s or 50s. So that's what I want to use the rest of this book for. Just doing vintage lady collages. And I think that'll be fun. So I'm not going to be doing the glue book like I was before, but look at all these other fun options we have. So I hope that you'll come back to see me work in these. And continue on with your glue book if you still have one. They really are a lot of fun, and I might get back into doing one day, but I just need to kind of focus on the things that I'm the most interested in. And right now, it's not a glue book. It's these kind of glue books. So I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you are having a creative day today. Bye-bye.